This is your girl Jamila J. Welcome to Jamila J's Plus Size Revolution. What is Plus Size Revolution? It's all about people. People who love their bodies regardless if you're 0 or size 30. It doesn't matter if you're petite, tall, big or small. It's about you. We have plus size designers, we have plus size models, we have celebrity guests, and we have a comedian, actresses, and we have you. So stay tuned, don't change the channel. You're at the right place at the right time. The revolution is being televised. Hey everybody, this is your girl Jamila J, and I'm here with Sammy. Sammy is a plus size model. Stand up, Sammy. She's absolutely beautiful. Turn around, let them see you. And she is a model that she's modeled with me before, and I've known you for a while. I've heard of you, I've seen you before, and I really wanted to work with you. So I'm glad you came out.
It's very good to be here with you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And Sammy has a testimony she wants to tell us about. But first, I want to ask you, how long have you been modeling?
Well, I've been modeling seriously now for the past 6 years.
6 years?
Yes, doing a lot of runway shows for a lot of local artists, couple photo shoots, and putting myself out there auditioning for various companies, and really trying to get myself out there on the plus model scene. So.
Great. How did you start?
I started my very first runway show. I was 19 years old, and I was through a convention that my church was putting on, and one of the designers looked at me and said, I would like for you to model, and at the time, that wasn't really something, that I thought to be, especially, being a big girl.
Right.
We thought as models as, these cute little petite things, and so at the time I was dealing with self-esteem issues and depression. And when I realized that this was really going to happen, and I was going to have all these people looking at me and taking photos of me, something just came over me, and I decided that I didn't want people to see, the depressed, broken down girl that I was. I wanted them to see, somebody who was confident and, and loved themselves. Right. And I prayed to God. I told him, let me do this. And I got out there and I killed it.
Wow.
And ever since then, I've just, it built up my self-esteem to see that I can be beautiful, at no matter size that I was.
Right.
And it was a really, really good feeling. And ever since then, it's been something I want to pursue. Like I said, I've been seriously in it for 5 years now. I did that when I was 19. I'm 29 now. I took a little bit of time off to go back to school and get my GED, and to also raise my young son at the time. So now that he's a little older, I'm able, to do it a lot more than I want to.
But I just can't see a beautiful lady like you suffering with self-esteem issues. I mean, you just resonate on the runway, confident, poised, and you're a very quiet person. I don't think I've ever really heard your voice too much until now, that you're kind of reserved. And that's, I've observed you. You kind of back to yourself.
Well, I can say it's kind of an alter ego thing. I come to life when I'm on the runway or I'm taking some photos in a photo shoot. So
let's talk about the self-esteem issues. I just can't imagine you suffering from that, in depression. What is that about?
Yeah, well, probably when I hit middle school, I went to school in Concord, which was predominantly Caucasian.
Right.
Wasn't too many.
What were you doing in Concord?
Well, that's where my parents had moved at the time, so. My parents.
We didn't even go to Concord.
I know, it was completely random to me at the time.
Especially at night. We would go to the mall and make sure we came back. Sun Valley Mall. I grew up in Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
So we would go to the Sun Valley Mall and do our little shopping. And before dark, we was back in Richmond on Highway 4 coming home. How did you guys end up in Concord?
I was in probably about the 6th grade, and my parents, they found a house out there, and that's where they decided to move. So, like I said, it was predominantly Caucasian, not too ethnic or urban. So me being kind of, you know, 1 or 2 black girls there, you know, and a lot of the girls there, you know, were small, petite, long, flowy hair. And here I come, you know, this black girl, you know, who was overdeveloped at the time.
So were you always a big girl?
I was always, I've always been a big girl. I was developed in the chest early. So I got teased a lot for being a different shape or looking different. I wore my hair in an afro. A lot of the girls there had long, you know, straight flowing hair. So I got teased a lot for my weight and the way I looked. I got called things like Earthquake, Miss Piggy.
Oh my God.
So at that young age,
so cool.
And you know, at that young age when you're in school, you look to be accepted.
Especially that 14, 13, 14.
And you know, everybody's going through their puberty stage and having emotions, and so at that time it really affected me, you know. And
how did it affect you?
It affected me. I became very alienated to myself. I didn't want to. When I was at school, I ate lunch by myself. I was by myself.
What about the other African American girls or boys?
They were actually the kind of ones that grew up out there in Concord. So it was me. I was coming from my family actually grew up in Richmond, so I'm from Richmond too. Yeah. Yes, and so it was more so the other African American kids there. They had born there, grew up there.
So
you know,
you
talk like the other kids. I was a totally different,
especially coming from
new breed. So me alienating myself, I didn't want to be around the other people, and plus you don't want to be around kids that, you know, make you feel bad and talk to you. It got a little better when I got to high school. Probably not as much TV, but I had already had it in my mindset that I wasn't good enough to hang with a certain crowd, or I wasn't pretty enough, or I was this big girl.
So how were your grades?
My grades were okay. I started off good, but it started to dwindle. I got through 9th grade, 10th grade, and then I got really depressed in the 11th grade. You know, not really loving myself, not believing in myself, feeling like I was worth something.
But how did that depression manifest itself? Because there may be other, you know, girls going through something like that, or either parents are out there saying, well, what does depression look like? What does it feel like? You know, what did you do when you were depressed? Did you sleep all day? Or?
Yeah, I was the, you know, kind of didn't want to do anything, just wanted to sit in the house and watch TV, didn't want to be social, didn't want to have friends. You know, really didn't feel good about myself because I was teased about my weight my whole life, so I thought something was wrong with me. You know, that I wasn't normal.
What did your parents say?
Oh, my parents, I had great parents. My parents always encouraged me, you know, told me that part of that never came from my household.
Right.
And I was always comfortable with my parents. And
but did you go home and say, well, you know, they're teasing on me, they're calling me names? Because my daughter is totally opposite. She's very tall, very thin, and she has a very unique voice, you know, very cartoonish voice. And so she was always teased. And as a parent, you really don't know what to say. You don't know what to do, but they're jealous of you. You know, you got to hold your head up. You know, you have to, you know, these are children, this is the things that children do. So I wondered, what did your parents say, or how did they deal with it?
My parents always knew when something was wrong with me, but, you know, I would just tell them, oh no, I'm okay. So it didn't come out till later, you know, that I had been bullied and teased so horribly at school.
I don't see why you just didn't take care of those woman-ass. Because I taught high school, and I live in a suburban area. And this is my observation as a teacher. A lot of the white girls are really scared of black girls. Black girls, they internalize everything, and they are tough on the outside, you know. And sometimes, people ask me, so why black girls so tough and mean? Because look what they have to deal with in the inside.
Yeah, and that was a new environment for me too. So I didn't know how to handle that. I was hurt. I wasn't angry. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I just didn't, understand at the time. But
why are they saying these things?
Yeah.
You didn't know people could be that.
Yeah, and I'm the type of person, I accept everyone for who they are, no matter what they look like, what race they are, what religion they are.
But that's how we are. That's the type of people we are.
Yes.
You can go to Richmond and you can see the United Nations everywhere. We just accept people for who we are. We don't judge them.
Yeah.
So how did modeling brought you out of that, or before modeling?
It was kind of a combination of both. My son as well. I had him very young. I ended up dropping out of high school due to my depression, and just kind of out, not listening to my parents, having a little wild stage, and I ended up getting pregnant, which is a blessing for me now. My son has been a blessing to my life. He's 10 now. I had him when I was 18. But having him there in my life and wanting to be a better person for him, because I have to be an example for him. I need to show him, how is my son going to be a confident, strong man who loves and believes himself, if he has to learn that from somewhere, and I'm the only one that can teach him that. So it's a combination of that, doing that runway show, and just God, and really looking at myself in the mirror and saying, I don't want to spend the rest of my life feeling this way about myself. And I realized that in the end, it doesn't matter. Everybody's going to always have an opinion about you. Everybody's always going to be judgmental about your appearance. Yes. But it takes you to accept yourself before anybody else to accept you. It takes you to love yourself for anybody else to love you. It takes you to feel good about yourself, for you to be able to want to say, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Right. It takes that confidence within you. Yeah. So I'm to the point where I have that confidence to where you can call me fat, you can call me Miss Piggy, and it's like, that's okay. That's your opinion of me. Yeah. But I know who I am. I know who I am as a woman. I know who I am in God.
Well, going back to that little girl that's 14, and maybe there's a 14-year-old girl out there that's being teased or harassed and just made to feel like they're absolutely, nothing. Mm-hmm. What would you say to the 14-year-old Sammy? What advice would you give her?
As a 14-year-old Sammy, I would tell her that she's absolutely perfect, just the way that she is, and that people are always going to have an opinion, and I would let her know how great she's going to be when she's getting older. When you get emotional.
That's okay.
And that she's just all around beautiful, and that she has a loving family, loving parents, loving siblings, and that everything is going to be okay. That she's not going to spend the rest of her life feeling the way that she does, and that she will be beautiful, feel beautiful, and be successful. And as she got older, and it's true. It's very true.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your story. And I'm so glad you reached out to me, because you just don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
You don't know.
You never know what people have been through, and that's why I take pride in not treating anybody any type of way. Right. Treating everybody, no matter what they look like, what background they come from, treating them the same with God's love, because you never know what people have been through and what they're going through.
I was
at
shocked.
The time.
I was shocked when you sent me that email, and then when you sent me the background information, I thought, wow, I'm so glad you reached out.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you lent your hand out to me. And it's always, especially us African American women, we need support, within ourselves. And I'm just so glad to see that you're doing what you're doing. And I see this something taken off somewhere, and I see that God has planted a seed within you, and all you need to do is water it, and He's going to spread that seed. I believe that right now in the name of Jesus. I really do. I really do. And I appreciate you for opening up these outlets to us plus-size girls, to women in general, whether women entrepreneurs, whether they be models, designers, business owners. We need the love and support from each other, because if we can't support each other, how else are we going to make it?
Yeah, I love doing this. I love it. I do it for free. I love writing. I love acting. I love fashion shows. I absolutely love it.
And God sees your works.
Yeah.
He sees your works.
Yeah. I thank you so much.
I'm sorry.
I thank you so much. And this is what the plus size revolution is about.
Yes.
Real people, real women, real stories, and just loving on each other and supporting each other. And you know, I support you 100%.
Thank you.
Tell everybody about you going to New York and
yes,
you trying to go to New York.
I've been given a great opportunity to perform, to model in a runway show during New York Fashion Week. So it'll be taking place September 12th in New York City. In New York City, the company is called The Beautiful You Tour, and they are a company that supports all type of modelings. They don't have any discriminatory, no matter what age, what height, what weight you are, if you have disabilities. They accept all people. And I'm so very excited to be going to New York. It's my first time in New York, so it's a blessing. It is a blessing.
So if you give me the information, I can put that on the website.
Yes, absolutely.
So that people can kind of reach them and know what they're about and get more information.
Yes, yes. Also, their website is beautifulmode.com. For any aspiring models, you can set up a profile page there, and they have various designers and companies that go to that website to view and to pick models from all across the world.
We are.
Yes, yes. So beautifulmode.com. You can go beautifulmode.com. You can go there, put your model profile up, put your designer profile up. They do for everything in fashion, models, photographers, designers. And hopefully I'll be getting contacted soon. And hopefully if you guys go and sign up, you'll get contacts. And it's a great outlet for models because it's for all models.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's been a joy.
I appreciate it.
Love you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Hola, it's nice to see you. I'm Bea Fox, and I've been sharing tips with you as far as to contribute to a healthy lifestyle and a size healthy. And the reason that I'm doing this, and you're allowing me to, is because I'm on this journey. This is my lifestyle. At my heaviest, I was 312 pounds. I can honestly say that I worked very hard to lose these pounds, about 100 pounds, but I'm not done. I'm not looking to be a certain size, but I am looking to be a size healthy. At my heaviest, I had cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Currently, I do not have high blood pressure, I do not have high cholesterol, and my medication for diabetes has decreased. So you never know the benefits of it. So this is what I'm sharing with you. How will you share your healthy journey with everyone else? Thank you for tuning in. Hola, it's nice to see you. I'm Bea Fox, and I've been sharing tips with you as far as to contribute to a healthy lifestyle and a size healthy. And the reason that I'm doing this, and you're allowing me to, is because I'm on this journey. This is my lifestyle. At my heaviest, I was 312 pounds. I can honestly say that I worked very hard to lose these pounds. Not all of them. I lost a bit, about 100 pounds. But I'm not done. I'm not looking to be a certain size, but I am looking to be a size healthy. At my heaviest, I had cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Currently, I do not have high blood pressure, I do not have high cholesterol, and my medication for diabetes has decreased. So you never know the benefits of it. So this is what I'm sharing with you. How will you share your healthy journey with everyone else? Thank you for tuning in. Hola, it's nice to see you. This is Bea Fox. Thank you for joining. And today I am going to be showing you or sharing with you a good tip as to working out this area, our inner thigh. It is quite easy. You can do it in the comfort of your home. You don't have to go to the gym. Okay. Be watching TV, whatever you like. You're gonna lay on your side with your hand flat, like this. You know, your elbow for support. And you're just gonna lift. And bring down. You're gonna lift and bring down. Now if you want to add a little more intensity, then you bring it up higher. And you lower it. Okay. So that's one tip. And it's good for your inner thigh. The next one is good for your hips and your glutes. So bring it on all fours, like so. And we are going to lift our leg straight up. And bring it back in. You can alternate. Whatever works for you. Like I said, it's not about doing it exactly like I'm doing it. It's not about trying to copy anybody. It's just about moving. Whatever works for you. It is a really good exercise. Now remember to always move at your pace. We don't want you to injure yourself. Thank you for tuning in and for being here and sharing your journey with me.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Jamila J, and I'm here with Miss Ola Ray. Yes, it's the real Ola Ray from Thriller, Michael Jackson Thriller. And I am so excited she's here. This is something that I've dreamed about doing. So this will be an in-depth interview with Ola about her life, about before Thriller, after Thriller, and now.
Yes.
So, hey Ola, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
I can't believe you're a grandmother.
Oh, yes. Can you believe it?
No.
Yeah, I can't believe it either, but yes. I have a grandson named Aiden. He's 1 year old.
Oh.
He is so beautiful. He's like the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
I want to talk about your life.
Yes.
And I want this to be an opportunity for you to speak from your heart and just tell people about the real Ola Ray, not what we see in magazines or the different trade magazines. Something inside of me tells me that you have an awesome testimony.
Yes, I do. Where do I begin?
I want to begin, I read your bio, and I didn't know you were a singer.
Yes. As a matter of fact, that was the first thing that not the first thing actually, it was the second thing that I had done in my career. Because I had moved to Japan with my mom and my siblings because my stepdad is in the Air Force.
Okay.
And so we moved there and he had to do his 3-year duty term. And while I was there, I began modeling.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, we formed a singing group between myself, my brothers, and a couple of GIs that were on the base, and we were called the Puppets.
Oh.
And so we toured all over Tokyo. And
what type of music did you
it was
sing?
like we were singing like Emotions. I was like the lead singer, and I was Cheryl Lynn. Earth, Wind and Fire. Yeah.
The real good music.
What we would do is we would practice to their music, and then we would take the music to a band at the clubs, and they would recreate the music, and then we would get on stage, and we would sing live.
How old were you then?
I was 15.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was like a problem because for my stepdad, because he's the Air Force. He was in the Air Force, and by us being so young and underage, we were not supposed to be in the clubs performing. And we were actually doing commercials for the club, and so one time the Air Force base with the platoon, the colonel or something. He was like getting a little suspicious because he started seeing us on Japanese TV performing at the clubs, and so he was like, "My God, what are they doing?" And then Wolfgang Puck, the DJ. No, Wolfman Jack. That's what it was. He came to the Air Force to DJ for something that they were having there, and he had heard about us, and so he had asked us if we would perform. So we got an opportunity to perform at the USO Club for all the colonels and the generals and everything. So then it was okay. And then we were getting ready to deploy out of Japan. So, you know, they didn't really do anything to us about it. But yeah, I was young. I was 15. That's when I first started my modeling and singing. And I did that for like 3 years in Japan. And then after that, we came back to the United States, and I decided I was going to Los Angeles. I wanted to go.
You got the acting bug, the modeling bug.
Right. I went and stayed, lived with my aunt.
Okay.
And
you were 18?
I was 17. Actually, because I graduated early in Japan, I was going to a Japanese high school, and where you could take as many classes as you want, as long as you know, get the right credits in order to graduate. So, yeah, I graduated early in the 11th grade. And so by the time I got back to the United States, I was like 17, and it was like, you know, I graduated, I could do pretty much what I wanted, and I just told my mom, I said, I want to go to LA and live with my aunt and pursue my career. Okay. And so my mom let me go.
Did you guys come back to Sacramento? Or?
No, actually we went to Washington State. And then from there I left and went to LA. Yeah.
So, okay, so now you're 17.
Right.
In LA.
Right. What happened? Okay, well, at first I went to college. I took a couple years at LA City, a couple of years or so, and I studied ballet, and I studied piano and acting. And so I did that for a while, and then afterwards I was like remembering what my agent, my modeling agent in Tokyo used to tell me about modeling. He was about how to model here in the United States. And he said because in Japan I had no problem because I was the right height. Yeah. But here in the United States, if you want to do it professionally, you have to be like, 5'7" or something. So he was telling me if you want to get back in business, he said, why don't you just go to Playboy? He said, I know someone over there. Go over there and tell them, I sent you. And he said, at least you can get your foot through the door and get back in. And so that's what I did. I went up to the Playboy building on Sunset Boulevard. And
you had a lot of bump as a 17-year-old, a lot of confidence.
Yeah. So I went up there and I gave them my picture and I told them I wanted to model for them. And they called me 2 weeks later and they flew me to Chicago at the home office, and I sat there and I did a photo shoot for them. I did my own makeup. As a matter of fact, a lot of the pictures that you see in my layout in the Playboy magazine is June 1980. Those were test shots. Those were actual test shots. I did my own makeup, my own hair, and poses.
And they published your test shots?
They published the test shots along with a couple of other pictures.